Karyn, we've talked about this before. There has to sort of be this balance when it comes to the household duties at home, just because it's easier for both people in the house. But there's more to it than that.
Yeah, and it's actually quite staggering in terms of the research. So, I mean, this is probably not totally surprising to a lot of us, but sharing household chores ranks as one of the top 3 reasons for couple satisfaction over faithfulness and good sex. 62% of adults say that sharing the chores is very important in terms of their overall satisfaction. And are you ready for this? Couples who share responsibilities will have 7 times or higher sex a month, which is actually a lot.
7 times?
Well, not 7 times. Okay, we have to be very careful.
But 7 times more than the average.
Well, 7 times. Well, no, they have sex at least 7 times per month.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
all right.
That's why we have to be very careful. Then it's like 5 times 7. Woo! Sign me up. Right. So we have to be very careful on our stats. Okay. So but the point is that you're going to have more sex.
Yes.
Okay?
If you share the chores, so it's something to think about.
Yes.
Let's ask our audience, okay?
Okay.
I'd love to know which chores are equally shared with you guys. Is your laundry equally shared? Yes or no? Mostly no.
No.
Mostly no. Grocery shopping? Yes or no? Do you share that?
Oh, a lot.
Mostly yes.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Making meals. Who makes the meals? Are you both making meals? You know what? You're half and half making meals.
There, yeah.
Paying bills.
Paying bills.
Paying bills. Is paying bills equally shared?
Look at that.
No, it's not.
That is not.
How about fixing things around the house? Is that equally shared? No. A resounding, I wonder who's doing the fixing.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if it's the people in our audience.
Not you.
Collecting and putting out the trash. Is that an equally shared chore? Okay, so it's almost half and half.
All over the place. We're a mess.
It's almost half and half.
It's totally all over the place. Yeah.
So what can you tell us in terms of advice?
Okay, well, this is interesting. I was just sharing with you during the break. So Brent and I did premarital counseling, and I highly recommend it. It was actually his idea, which was actually interesting.
Good.
But he said, you know, why don't we see somebody, 10 sessions, just kind of help us kind of get some things, you know, down pat. And this is one of the things that our counselor had us do, and it was so helpful. She had us make a list of all the different household chores, and what was really interesting, she had us actually do it in your own family growing up, who did it?
Right.
And then in your new family that you're going to have, who would you like to do it? And it really kind of put it all on the same page, and it was actually quite interesting.
That's good. It was good for people to actually see that on paper, because the reality is that you're going to be dealing with it on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
So have a plan.
Have a plan. So step number 1 is you want to make a list. Make a list, and this can be scary and daunting, but make a list of all the things that have to get done daily, weekly, monthly in terms of running your household.
Okay.
Okay, so just kind of make a massive list, number 1. Number 2, sit down with your husband saying, honey, guess what? I've got a great plan. We're going to have more sex. Okay, you got to set the stage. All right, we're going to have more sex. And he'll be like, woo, all right, talk to me. All right. Okay, and then
you'll be like, there's a vacuum cleaner. Do it.
And so you basically put the list out. And, you know, by the way, there might be other things that you might have put on the list that he did, you know, he forgot about it and what have you. But the point is, once you have the list, then you can each take turns signing up.
Oh, you sign up. It's a sign-up list.
It's a sign-up list.
Okay. What if you just establish the rules and this is just how they go?
Yeah, no, you don't want to. You don't want to parent.
Oh, right.
What? Does that sound
like parenting?
And the idea is that it's a shared responsibility. And so you're really kind of creating a plan. And so you each kind of take turns, which is really important. Yeah. After about 1 to 2 weeks, I would test and reevaluate. It's really important that you're actually testing, because we might find that one job takes a little bit longer. You know, like we might have 3 jobs, but those 3 jobs take us 3 hours, and he might have 6 jobs and they only take 30 minutes. So you really want to kind of gauge how much time each of those things, and also with where your skill set is as well. You know, one of the things that our counselor told us, which was really helpful, is because I used to do finances. That was one of the things I signed up. And then she said, but after every 3 years, you should actually swap jobs so that the other person is actually learning how to do it, because otherwise you end up having one person that really just knows how to do it and the other person doesn't.
What if you never ever want to do it?
Well, that's a whole other conversation, Tracy. That's a whole
because I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to cook.
Yeah.
But do I want to have more sex?
I know. If you knew the two are kind of connected, right?
Yeah. How do I decide? I don't know. Okay, so it's worth it to have that conversation.
You want to have that conversation. You want to reevaluate, and then this is very important. Number 4, reward, reward, reward.
Yes.
Okay.
Rewards are good.
And you know, it's funny. Women give me kind of different responses. There's like, oh, Karyn, we're kind of like treating them like they're pets, and we have to kind of reward them.
No, but we get rewarded too.
Exactly. And the whole thing about when you're changing a culture in your home, it's about affirmation and making it a win-win.
Yeah.
So if we're really trying to create this shared assignment kind of with our partner, you know, and we're selling it that they're going to get more sex because they will get more sex, we're going to be more relaxed, then we have to make sure we follow through.
Yeah.
So your homework is to have more sex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. So it's just kind of all part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of it.
These are good tips. I love that. Okay, so sit down and write all that stuff down. I find with Leo and I, we don't ever write it all down, but we have a really good system.
Yes.
So he knows what he needs to do, and I know what I need to do.
And you know, that's the dream scenario, because when it's on a system, you don't have to spend your limited amount of time and energy
thinking about it.
Oh, did you do that? Did you do that? You just know the other person did it, because we have a limited amount of mental capacity.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of have all this boring stuff kind of in an autopilot.
Absolutely.
Right? So that the free time we have, we're talking about more meaningful things. And that's really why it actually is so significant for couples.
Really good tips.